Hello and welcome back to another edition of HP Gaming's GameLINK. Today we are going to be unboxing a very special game. It's been around for a little while. It's something that suits the season as we come into Halloween, and it is none other than Arkham Horror, the card game. Now this is a living card game published by Fantasy Flight Games. A living card game, for those of you who don't know what a living card game is a game that is expanded with expansions on a regular basis. So the rules in the core set here change over time as new editions, versions and sets are released. There are a plethora of expansions available at the moment. There's lots of different campaign adventures as well, lots of different rules, lots of collectible cards. It is a bit of a deck building game as well because you get to draft your own set of deck from the cards in the core set. This one is for 1 to 2 players. If you want to play 2 to 4 players, it's recommended that you get another one of these so that you can have everyone have a full set of cards. But without further ado, let's get my trusty pocket knife and we'll get into what is sure to be something a little bit exciting. Here we go. So this is something I've been pretty excited about. I have played a couple of LCGs before. Haven't really delved into the horror aspect, which really, I don't know why I haven't. It's something that interests me. 80s horror in particular, Lovecraftian lore is something that interests me as well. So really I can't understand why it's sort of taken me this long to get into a game that is quite arguably one of the best LCGs of all time. I'm going to open the box and we're going to have a look and see what's inside. So first and foremost, the box is quite small. It's a little bit smaller than what I was expecting, but at the same time, it's quite tight. At the same time, it's quite sturdy. Looks like it's going to keep everything in place, particularly if you're one of these people that likes to sleeve card games, which I do. It's going to keep everything in the one box, from what I understand. So I'm going to pop that one and just over here. Now, inside the box, we've got a Learn to Play book. I'm assuming this is a bit of a tutorial for you, not so much the rules, but a bit of a tutorial. It looks like it's got a full reference on the back there of all the different symbols and abilities that happen with all the cards. And I understand there's lots of different cards, lots of different rules, lots of different concepts to get through as well. So it's pretty heavy in terms of its weight, board game weight. So and that means that there's a bit of a steep learning curve for this one. There's also, as I said, a rules reference. That's probably got all the different rules that relate to this core box and beyond. And then obviously the next expansion, the Dunwich Legacy, will bring out probably some more rules and things into the game, more investigators to play with and more cards to put into your decks as well. The rules reference, again, an index on the back, very handy. And that's the thing about Fantasy Flight, always very high production value on all of their elements that are within the games. I mean, the rules reference is literally like an almanac of all the different components of the game as well. So there's lots of different things to read here. Campaign guide. Now each core book, or core box I should say, has a separate campaign in it, and then there's little mini expansions that come out regularly for that particular campaign or core box. There's also some standalone adventures you can collect as well, which are one-off game sessions, but this is designed to be taken over a full campaign, and then once that campaign's complete, your investigator will be customized to your playstyle, and you can then take them into the next adventure in the Arkham Horror card game universe. So the campaign here, I'm not going to go into too much detail because I don't want to spoil it for you, but it lists all the different outlines, flavor text, things that are happening in the surrounding areas as you explore different locales throughout the game. Now here we've got many tokens. They look like they're quite a nice sturdy punch board. So I want to open those up and get through them. These will be your life trackers and things as well, so that you can actually keep track of your health, your sanity, any clues that you've found. Throw the plastic on the floor, it's important. All those sorts of things too. Just up there for now. So you've got your red health trackers, your sanity markers. These look like they are clue tokens / doom tokens. Again, quite a high production value, really good thick die cut sheet there. And then we'll pop those there for now. And then on the other die cut sheet, you've got more health, sanity trackers. You've got your chaos tokens as well. Now during the game, you'll be doing skill checks. If you can successfully complete the skill check, you'll be asked to draw a token from the Doom bag or the Chaos bag, and that token has modifiers on it that will help you either hinder you, or cause you to have an instant fail, or other special effects that are suitable to specifically to the game's requirements. And then you got your resource tokens down there as well, which help you activate cards, use special abilities on cards, and can keep stock of any other tokens you have to put on top of other cards as well. For example, ammunition for revolvers and things like that. This is the best part. Cards. Cards, cards, and more cards. Now, what we've got here, in the game, you'll play investigators that'll go off exploring rooms, exploring different locations, fighting monsters, and ultimately trying to drive back the dark forces that are trying to break through into our world. To help you keep track of where your investigators are on the board, you've got your little mini investigator cards. Now these investigator cards are double-sided, so when it's your turn, or you still have moves or actions available, the coloured sides face up. When you've finished your actions, you flip them over to the black and white side. Okay, so you'll see here there's a ton of different investigators. There's 5 in this call box, and they all have different sides, so you can keep track of where they are. Then we've got here a huge amount of cards. Now I won't show you all the cards just because of spoilers. I want to make sure that the surprises and things that pop up, particularly on the cards that detail the act and scenarios that you're playing through, don't give you too much away. So you've got investigator cards. So this is our friend Roland Banks. All the different investigators are here. And then you've got some information on the different objectives, whether you want the easy mode or the hard mode. Different agenda cards which help further the story along, and then you've got different rooms that you can move to as well. The artwork on these cards is fantastic. I will show you some of these just to give you an idea of the artwork on the cards, because it is absolutely fantastic, and there are so many different options and different cards that are available to you. That's absolutely fantastic artwork. In this card deck here, different options, different cards available, different decks that you can make up. The game does give you some recommended decks to use with all these cards to make up the different decks that you can use as players. Also your encounter deck, which you'll be using to fight enemies and things as well. But even the backs of the cards, the artwork and detail and the design of this arcane world of Arkham is absolutely fantastic. It's something quite spectacular. I'll just show you the backs of these ones as well. That's your encounter deck. The old ones and ancient ones breaking through into our world. Lots of replayability, because not only can you complete the game obviously with one investigator, but you can play a game with multiple investigators, which allows you for lots of different options and playability. So there you have it. That pretty much wraps up the unboxing for Arkham Horror, the card game, the core set. Check back later on in the YouTube series. We are going to do a bit of a playthrough of how this all sort of works, a bit of a tutorial for you. Lots of rules, lots of different things to get your head around. But if you're looking for something that embraces that Lovecraftian mythos, Cthulhu, all those different things, this is the way to go for. Check out Arkham Horror, the board game as well. If you're looking for a great solo experience as well, I can highly recommend this one. Really great to get into the guts of it, and you can spend a good hour just solo campaigning through this thing as well. Lots of expansions as well, so you can keep furthering your adventures from your different investigators as well, along with exploring new investigators to bring to your games. It's a whole lot of fun. I recommend playing with dim lighting as well. There is also a couple of soundtracks you can get as well, so you can play along with that score in the background. It's absolutely fantastic. Check out more Halloween videos later on. Check out the YouTube channel and other videos that we've done as well. Most importantly, get back to the table and keep playing games. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.